Well, it is that time again where Hollywood is deciding that we're all ungrateful. Hello everyone, I am Mecha42, the one, the only, the original, still your favorite YouTube harpy, and we've got a pair of articles to talk about here. Just a lot of the same old, and you would think that they would have learned recently with the whole celebrity fiasco such as Madonna's fried fish phenomenon.
Let's go eat some fried fish, come on, vote and go.
And everything else that's come around lately, like Gal Gadot singing Imagine, and all the backlash celebrities have been getting in a day and age where not everybody has the kind of money that they usually do to go and spend money on Hollywood and actors and actresses. So, first up on the chopping block, yeah, we're putting them on the chopping block today, Game of Thrones star Carice Van Houten, slams extremely scary and ungrateful fans. Well, you know what, sweetie? We get it. Everybody gets trolled on the internet. I'm not even going to bother reading your whole article here because, you know what, I really don't care what you have to say. You're a very well-compensated, well-paid actress. We get it. You worked hard. Game of Thrones was not good at the end. Everybody pretty much can agree who signed that petition. And what was it? 500,000 people said that. 500,000 people signed the petition at least. Probably 1 million by now. You know, let's pull it up live. And we get it. The cast, the crew, everybody worked hard, but the people responsible, the creatives, the writers, the producers, Benioff and Weiss, did not give the fans what they needed and what they deserved. Sorry. And when you are charged a premium, like an HBO subscription, for a show like Game of Thrones, people have the right to complain. And you know what? I can guarantee you that 1,831,929 people and still climbing. People are still signing right now because of this. They don't like what season 8 became. They want it remade. And you know what? Fans in this day and age have more of a voice than ever. Look at Sonic. Everybody's saying, oh, that's creepy and weird. I don't even want to pull up all the images for that one. Sonic, the images for that were horrific and they fixed it, and a lot of people like me saw it. Even though I wasn't really that super interested in Sonic, we wanted to support people who do the right thing. Same thing with the Snyder Cut. Same thing with Ghostbusters Afterlife replacing Ghostbusters 2016. That was one that's been on my list for a while, but she's not the only person recently coming after fans and calling us all trolls, phobes. Just last night on comicbook.com's article, we got called trolls for having the nerve to say Ghostbusters 2016 was kind of insulting and wasn't funny. Not only that, we certainly did not appreciate being called a bunch of basement-dwelling man babies or misogynists or whatever for not wanting that version of Ghostbusters. It had nothing to do with the fact that they're women. It had everything to do with the fact that it looked very unfunny and was a property that you don't want to remake. Especially today's remake and reboot happy Hollywood. And they're still doing it. They keep remaking and rebooting. I can forgive a sequel a little bit less than I can endless reboots and remakes, but at the end of the day, they're just creatively bankrupt. They don't know what they're doing anymore. They don't have a lot of faith in these IPs and properties, and guess what? Not a lot of people are going to go out of their way to a theater in this day and age to risk whatever they might be risking just to go see some mediocre movie that didn't look that great to begin with, especially when they're getting articles from everywhere. Not Bounding Into Comics, they're one of the good ones. Shout out to them. They have a YouTube channel too. Also, go subscribe to them. Screen Rant, Collider, and Vulture are attacking fans and actors after Zack Snyder and Henry Cavill announced the Snyder Cut. Speaking of which, all of these things where fans actually come in and say, yes, we want something. Fans said, hey, we want to see what Zack Snyder would have done. Because of having to replace Zack Snyder with Joss Whedon, we know that a lot of fans wanted to see where that went. I can get behind my support and people wanting to see that. I still don't think it's going to be much better of a movie. Like I said, I'm not the hugest Superman person anyway in the world. But I can approve of at least giving the fans what they want. And I know it's not going to be cheap, and I know it's just to launch HBO Max. this is why I wanted to talk about this a little bit. I wanted to bring up the fact that I think a lot of these streaming services and a lot of these networks and a lot of these actors really, really need to be on the same page here, because on the one hand, you've got actors who are basically making it so that I don't want to pick up HBO because of what these type of people say, right? And then on the other hand, we're getting channels like Reels that might be doing massive layoffs. So you cannot allow the actors nor the media, and I wanted to bring in this article specifically here, Screen Rant, Collider, and Vulture. We don't want these sort of sites doing any more harm to these properties because let's face it, all these YouTube channels like mine, Geeks and Gamers, Nerdrotic, Midnight's Edge, a lot of us really started because we didn't want to be lumped in with just, oh, you're just a bunch of trolls, you're just a bunch of ists, you're just a bunch of phobes, you just don't like women if we put a woman in it. It's like, no, I don't want to be used as a woman as a marketing point and then used as a scapegoat when your movie fails because it's not very good. That's insulting to me as a customer, as a consumer, and I don't have to pay a lot of money for these things, and customers know we don't have to pay a lot of money for these properties, especially when it's all about name calling and shifting blame, and just admit you made something that wasn't that great, and you can only use this angle for so long to excuse your own failures, and that's all this really, really is. Here we go, like Vulture saying that the Snyder Cut people are that word, which I don't know if I'm allowed to say. And if you were to read their article for the more specifics, we know that they do this time and time and time again. Every week there seems to be something. It was getting a little better for a while before, the whole recent events, before all that stuff took place. It was getting a little bit better. These massive movies were actually failing that were being marketed as woke, or you just don't like women if you don't like this movie, or all these excuse after excuse after excuse, and they were failing. They weren't doing nearly as well as a Sonic movie or The Joker, for example.
White male rage, white male rage, white male rage.
And we all know how much the media were really, really doing everything they could to either get us to talk about it or to get this movie to fail. I couldn't tell exactly what their intentions, because the more they trashed it, the more people were going to go and see it anyway. So who can really be sure behind this? I can kind of tell you a little bit of the psychology to why we do things. And yeah, if you have enough people saying that everybody's massively downvoting a video, for example, you're going to have a whole lot of people massively thumbs up it as a way to show support, or vice versa, just on their own accord. So whether it's the power of suggestion or anything else. Also, I would like to use my magic powers to suggest you like, subscribe, and share my videos. It really, really helps a lot. Also, I do have Streamlabs as an alternative to Super Chat until YouTube fixes their whole losing Super Chat business. If you do Super Chat any channel, please keep your receipts just in case. They're losing all kinds of stuff lately. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I am MechaRandom42, and some of these actors and some of these articles aren't doing these studios any favors right now in helping win customers and consumer support. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.